Hey, how you doing? Austin here. In this Senseonics update video, I'm going to be talking to you about what the current chart looks like. We are absolutely starting to trend in the right direction. It looks like we're starting to head towards some new resistant levels. Right now, the stock ended trading yesterday at approximately $2.28, and it is absolutely trending up. That looks good. So we're going to look at the chart. We're going to talk about what the next resistance level is. I think that this is potentially a $10 stock. That's a 5 times growth and from kind of approximately where we're at. I think that's my overall prediction. That's just my opinion. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own due diligence before you buy and hold or look at buying a stock. You know how this game is played. But I definitely think that this company does some amazing stuff, and they just seem to not be getting a fair shake, which is why I covered them on my channel, because the technology and what they do is amazing. I have some family members that have diabetes, and this is a very cool product that they have. So let's get this thing moving for those guys. So that's what I want to cover. So as I said, this video is for entertainment purposes only. If you are brand new around here, you've never seen me before, whatever it may be, or if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel, become part of my community. I'm a 30+ year investor, and I have one goal in mind, and that is to help you make more money in the stock market. I want to help you. I have all sorts of videos. I do crypto. I do videos talking about momentum, growth stocks, and how you can jump on them and make a ton of money doing that. I do occasional penny stock. I do a lot of update videos like this. I'm doing a lot because I want to help you keep notified so you can make more money in the market. So please subscribe, drop a like if you get any type of value. I'd greatly appreciate it. Actually, dropping a like really does help the video, helps the channel, helps me to grow, helps me to help more people. So let's do it. Let's go take a look at what's going on with Senseonics. Here we go. So as I mentioned, the stock is currently trading at $2.28. That's what it ended trading at yesterday. If we look at a one-day chart yesterday, the stock was up 8.57%. Very, very nice run, by the way. Nice daily run. If you look at the 6 month, which is where I really do see the overall trend lines, we hit our low of 177 back on April 20th, and from there we have absolutely come back very, very nicely, and bounced back with a 28% upward momentum. I think our next kind of resistance level that we've got to get through, if you look over here, we really seem to kind of plateau at the 250 range. So I think if we can get above 250, I think then we have a nice base to move up front to hit the $3 level and continue to rise up. We've just got to get some more catalysts working for us to move forward. I don't think that it's unreasonable, guys, for this to be, again, a $10 stock inside of 12 months if we just continue to see momentum and continue to get everything going in the right direction with the FDA and everything coming from that. Okay, so the piece of news I want to bring you today is talking about the fact that Senseonics is a worthy niche diabetes care investment. I definitely think that's true. I have some personal stake in this. I mean, I have some family members that have diabetes, and I want to continue to see cool products like this come out that can help them. So accumulate Sens stock and tap into an addressable market with a strong growth potential. The fact of the matter is that the culture in the world we live in, there is more people with diabetes today than there was tomorrow, and I think that number is going to continue to grow. It just is what it is. That's a statement from a cultural standpoint, not my opinion. It's just, but it's sad, but it's also the fact that Senseonics has a technology and a technology and a device that can dramatically help. Okay, I thought this was really relevant here. This is why I brought you this. This particular article, the person who wrote it says he's a fan of under the radar stocks with explosive potential. I actually like that as well. I'm always kind of on the lookout for them. That's why I started covering Senseonics. Probably a month ago. I don't even know when the first one I've done. I've done quite a few of them now. And that is absolutely a company like Senseonics. They've not really been picked up by the trading community as of yet, and so I think it needs more higher visibility, and it deserves a shot at kind of continuing to move up. And again, the share price could rise 5 or 10 times over the next 5 years. Is it 5 times? Is it from $2 and change to $10? Is that a year? I think that's got the possibility. If it takes 18 months, so be it. The cool thing about where we're at with the price point, guys, is that you can take a nice little bullish position in this $500 or $1,000 or whatever your budget would maybe allow, and it's relative to your way of investing, and just sit and hold it. If it takes 12 months, if that's what it is, if it takes 18 months or whatever it is, don't bet the kids college fund on this, right? I mean, I wouldn't do that, but there's no reason not to have a small bullish position, because I think this is one of those stocks and one of those companies that absolutely has the strong potential to just knock it out of the park, and to change people's lives. It really, really can. The stock is absolutely a little volatile, although I would say that it's definitely not as volatile as some others that I've looked at as of late. This is not a tremendous amount of volatility. In fact, right in here, if you look at like this guys, was the major NASDAQ losing 1,000 points. And inside this area was where we had about 7 to 10 additional red days on the NASDAQ, and the overall markets were down and stuff like that. So some of this has not really been reflective of anything that Senseonics has done or anything like that. You just had some pretty major market corrections that did impact, in my opinion, impacted the stock, okay? So there is some volatility, sure, and maybe to protect yourself from that volatility, if you do take a position, maybe put a trailing stop loss order on where maybe it's a 20-25% trailing stop loss order. That way you're minimizing that downside risk. That's something you could potentially look at doing. Okay, all right. So the stock is absolutely positioned in a growing market. I've already mentioned this, that the diabetes is growing, and again, that really is not a good thing. But their technology and their device, helps for sure, and helping people monitor and treat and deal with. So understand why someone might want to buy and hold Sens stock. It's important to understand what makes the company unique. They're a medical device maker, but their main product is a continuous glucose monitoring system called Eversense. Okay, I'm sure you already knew that. It may not sound like a big deal. I thought this line was really awesome. Right on the company's homepage, Sensonic lets visitors know that Eversense is the only FDA-approved long-term continuous glucose monitor. That one sentence right there should be reflective that the stock should be north of $5+. Should be, period. And I don't understand quite why. Senseonics is not. It's not trading higher. That's a significant differentiator, guys. Again, that fact alone should convince the skeptics that Sens stock should be above 5. I totally agree. Easily should be. It's in a fast-growing market, if you didn't know this. According to Markets and Markets, the sales of diabetes care devices are projected to reach $4.3 billion by 2025, signifying a compound annual growth rate of 16.2 during the forecast period of 2020 to 2025. A $4.3 billion market. It's absolutely insane how big that market is, and that's a direct result of the increase in the diabetic population. Again, that's a statement on our culture and what we eat and things like that. But long and short of it is that's a massive, massive market. It's an issue that's global in scope. They do. We know that Senseonics does operate and work within the European market. So the Eversense XL is the only the CGM system providing continuous glucose readings for up to 100 days with a single sensor in persons 18 or older in the European market. Okay, they're collaborating with a Swiss company Associated to distribute Senseonics 90-day and 100-day sensors through Europe. Okay, so they're already working in Europe. So and we're getting closer to FDA approval on as well in the United States for some stuff. Okay, so is the original statement right that this is a 5 to 10x stock? Yes, I absolutely think that this has the potential. It should be trading above 5 now. The reason it's not, and this stock deserves to be dramatically higher. I agree with that. And again, I would tell you that this is a uniquely positioned product. They're the only one that's FDA approval currently right now for long-term monitoring, and yeah, they should be higher. So I'm going to wrap up there, guys. I usually cut to some final thoughts. I've covered everything I wanted to say. I just wanted to get this to you guys. It's been a day or two or more. I can't remember when the last time I did a Senseonics video is, but really what I wanted to cover was if you look at the 6-month chart, we're absolutely starting to really bounce back up really nicely. I like that. I think 250 is our next level to test. And after that, from 250, it's really kind of that 275-3 range, and I think we're off and running from there. We need to get some catalysts, some positive catalysts moving. We need to not get any bullish pressure on it, on the stock. Hopefully we don't get some, people who are shorting the stock, things like that. We just continue to roll nicely and maybe fly under the radar a little bit and just continue to do well. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did get value out of it, please drop a like on it. If you haven't already done so, subscribe, become part of the community. Love to have you here, and I'll see you in the next video. Go make some money.